It's been said that it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill set, experience that can only be gained through a strong dedication to the pursuit of a passion. With that pursuit comes highs and lows, moments of excitement and moments of disappointment that push us to our limits and force us to battle through adversity. These pressures extend beyond just the drivers and bring together individuals striving to achieve the same goal. Behind the scenes, each member brings their own unique abilities and passion for their craft, a trait that fuels Mantella Autosport on their journey for success. After a successful testing session at the Roar in Daytona 2 weeks prior, the team at Mantella Autosport returns to kick off their 2015 season with the first race in the Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge.
All of this happens in the blink of an eye. Days just fly by. It's great to be back at Daytona. Like I said previously, all my heroes have raced here, and it's great to be a part of the Chevy team at a historic track.
2 weeks between the Roar and the race just flew by in anticipation of getting here, getting in the car, and getting to see what this car is going to have. We get kind of thrown into the competition again after a little bit of an off season, so it takes a little bit of getting the mind back to it.
Car time is very limited here until the race. We're not in the car very often because there is so much to do. So a driver is pulled in so many different ways, as well as the mechanics, that it really is amazing that we can throw it all together and perform as well as we do.
After numerous practice sessions over the past weeks, it's now up to amateur drivers Martin and Anthony to pilot the cars in the qualifying session, a task that presents many challenges.
Qualifying is always tough. It's a very short window to get your time in. There's always the risk that there's an incident which can shorten the session, so you really have to get it done in the first 2 laps.
This Continental Tire has a peak very early on. Lap 2, lap 3 at most. You need to be on it, getting the most out of the car and the tire.
Basically, lap 1 and 2, we have to be able to be at our quickest, at our best, and make sure that the car and driver are both ready to perform.
It really is a fine art. Mark and Kyle, they've been doing it so long, and they're such professionals that they can do it immediately. It's tough to do.
After putting down a lap time he was satisfied with, Anthony stays out on the track to help his fellow teammate by use of the draft, a technique that drivers need to take advantage of at a track like Daytona. The team finishes qualifying with the 80 car in 18th position and the 8 car starting in 14th.
Anthony put in a great lap. It's a great starting position, and we'll work up from there for a strong race.
The gap from where Martin had qualified the car up until the pole position is very, very small. It's going to make for some exciting racing. Race day presents some different emotions, different feelings that you don't get any other day of the week, anytime through testing or qualifying. It's kind of like we're here, we've put a lot of effort, a lot of time into getting here, and now we got to make it count.
There's so many unknowns. You don't know if you're going to win, you don't know if you're going to get crashed out, you know, you don't know if the car is going to fail. It's a feeling that I just really can't explain.
Excitement, basically, anticipation, a little bit of nervousness, but not much. I'm thankful to say my right foot's tapping all the time. I gotta get in the car and I gotta go.
Have fun. Feel good? Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. All right, Martin. Have fun. Thanks, Kyle.
My goal really was to sit back, relax, just sort of let the race come to me, save the rear tires on the Camaro Z28. You know what, within the first few laps, we were able to find some openings, some spaces, put the car in there, and you know, we bought ourselves a few extra positions. I think we were in P15 within maybe the first 2 laps.
I was looking forward to getting back to Daytona and showing my competitors, you know, what I've learned here over the last couple of years. Unfortunately, made contact on the start with one of the cars at minimal mile an hour.
Anthony had a bit of a tough run, a lot of adversity with sort of a little damage to the front end that you know, made it a little bit less aero efficient on banking, but did a great job, kept it composed and put some great laps in.
You know, Martin had put in a great first stint. After starting 18th on the grid, he was as high as, you know, just cracking the top 10. As I left the pit, I wasn't really in the heat of battle, I was all on my own. But sure enough, as the pit stops cycled through and the leaders started to make their pit stops laps later, we started gaining position. About 45 minutes to an hour later, we ran into another full course caution scenario.
We had just didn't have a very good pit stop. We incurred a drive-through penalty, so roughly, I think Kyle had about a 30-second hit to his lap time.
The penalty handed out to the 80 car drops them down in position, with Kyle left to battle his way back up through the standings. After getting the damage temporarily fixed on the 8 car, Mark sets his sights high and starts reclaiming positions throughout the race.
Mark gives us all every time. He's not a quitter, there's no doubt about it. He's there to win. He's going after first place finish every time. There's nothing else in his mind but finishing first for Mantella Autosport.
With the team facing adversity, Mark and Kyle push themselves and their vehicles to the limit and complete the remainder of the race, finishing with the number 8 car in 9th position and the number 80 car in 12th.
We had some hiccups. Sometimes, you know what, a driver's going to underperform. A race strategy may not play out. This particular time just didn't work for us in the pits. This team is a professional team. We will go back, we will analyze what we need to do as drivers, as engineers, as crew chiefs, and we'll just make it better.
Everybody does have each other's back on this team. So if somebody drops the ball, you know, if it happens, somebody misses something, there's somebody always there to pick it up.
You know, mistakes happen. We still finished the race, we got good, valuable points, and we're gonna go into Sebring with our heads high, knowing we got a good car and a good team, and we're gonna get a result.
The race at Daytona is a perfect reminder of the unpredictability that accompanies a race season and leaves the team at Mantella Autosport anxious for the next race at Sebring International Raceway and the opportunity to improve on their results.